In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing The Harder They Fall. The Harder They Fall is directed by James Samuel, with a story by James Samuel and screenwriting also by James Samuel and Bose Yakin. And the movie stars Jonathan Majors, Idris Elba, Regina King, Zazie Beetz, Lakeith Stanfield, and Delroy Lindo. Let me just say that this movie is really interesting from the start. We find out that a young boy witnesses the death of his mother and father, and the villain carves a cross into his forehead. And the villain that does all this is played by Idris Elba, named Rufus Buck. And he has a gang, his gang, called the Rufus Buck Gang. Now this young boy grows up to seek vengeance against Rufus Buck for what he did to his mother and father. And this boy is grown up now and is played by Jonathan Majors and goes by Nat Love. And his gang is called the Nat Love Gang. So from then on, we see the different aspects of the Nat Love Gang and the Rufus Buck Gang. Each character is introduced in this movie very differently, in a way where you're like, wow, the cinematography aspect is really, really well done. There is a nice homage to Chadwick Boseman in this, where the train car that Regina King commandeers, evidently, and tries to break out Rufus Buck is called the Chadwick Boseman, and you can see it right on the side of it as they're walking and the camera pans across. And so they break out Rufus Buck in from this train, and the sequence is really great. The music, I want to say, is really well done, but it doesn't fit certain scenes at all. There is reggae, there is jazz, there is blues. Some scenes have good music. Some scenes have music that doesn't really work with the scene at all, or even the dialogue that is being spoken or talked about. And of course, the heroes and villains in westerns always have their own music. Nat Love has his own, music, as well as Rufus Buck. It's interesting how the movie is layered between how the Nat Love gang works and the Rufus Buck gang works. And although this is a fictional film, its characters are based on real cowboys, lawmen, and outlaws of the 19th century, American West. So if you do look up the characters' names that these characters and actors play, you'll find out that these were real people back in the day. But they didn't actually come together and fight like this they show in the movie. It's just names that were used, they put it together, and you get a movie like this. I do like the cinematography. It's really fun. The acting was really good. I do want to say, like, certain scenes and certain dialogues were different because the audio felt like it was low at times. They were just mumbling their words or dialogue, but I guess evidently it worked for the story. The character of Nat Love, played by Jonathan Majors, was really good. The vengeance and the look at revenge that he has in his face is really good. His love interest, Zazie Beetz, as playing like the damsel in distress, could have been done a little bit better. Every scene that they had where they were like, they fall in love and they talk about their future, I felt like it was too dragged on. You could have cut those scenes out a little bit, or just cut it short and move on to the next one. Idris Elba as Rufus Buck was good, but not a convincing villain at all. He was barely in the movie, and maybe total in the movie, he was maybe in it 25 to 30 minutes, and that was it. Other than that, the one who actually drove this movie and drove the story forward was Regina King as Trudy Smith. She is a phenomenal actress. She's really good. And when you see her in this movie, you'll be blown away by her performance. I won't be surprised if she gets nominated for Best Supporting Actress role for the Academy Awards for her role that she played in this. If she doesn't, then I'll be really shocked, because she's a really well-rounded actress and even a director. And seeing her in this was really good. It's a different take on a Western, and it feels different. And the director, James Samuel, is also a musician as well, in a way, and his musician in real life, his real life brother, is Seal. So he has like a nice touch of how certain things work, but it could have been a little bit better. The movie's runtime is 2 hours and 20 minutes. It's a very long movie. You could have definitely cut out the movie. It could have been an hour and 50 minutes or an hour and 45 minutes. Take out some scenes and just cut it short, and add the next scene onto and edit it in. It's really that simple. Other than that, I want to say Delroy Lindo as the U.S. Marshal was really good. He's very underrated as an actor as well. His role in Spike Lee's The Five Bloods should have won him an Oscar, but it didn't. But him in this, playing like the sort of father figure to Nat Love, Jonathan Majors' character, was really good. The stylistic action at the end is really good. The setting of where the town of Redwood, which is a play on Deadwood, and it's really good. The action sequences are fun, but they're like a dance. They're poetic, but then they stop for a while, the dialogue goes in, then they start fighting in. I didn't like that at all. That didn't work for me at all. It could have been a little bit better and more smoother done. This squib effect, where a villain or a good guy gets shot and then, in the chest, and then it just pops out, was definitely an effect they also used in Django Unchained. So I'm pretty sure it's playing an homage to that, which was really a nice touch. But other than that, this movie is good, but could have been better. The Western feel was different, and this is one of those few Westerns where the entire cast is all made up of black actors. That's really fun. You never really see something like that in Hollywood right now, but for more like this, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. There is a scene where they have to rob a bank in something called a white town, but the town is literally all white, which was funny when it came on the screen, but it was so done so crisp. The colors are interesting, the long shots, the overhead shots were really, really good. But other than that, for me, The Harder They Fall gets 3 out of 5 stars. Regina King made the movie work, which is the only reason, if you like her, you have to check this out. The story was good, and the cinematography was actually really, really interesting and really, really well done. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about The Harder They Fall. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? And if you'll be checking it out now that I reacted to it. This movie did have a limited release in theaters on October 22nd, 2021, but it had a full release on Netflix on November 3rd, 2021. So it's currently streaming now on Netflix. You can check it out. And like I said, let me know what you thought about the movie, the runtime, the acting, the dialogue, and the whole setting of the Old West feel. And I'll see you guys in the next review video.